So yeah, I'm about to put some alcohol on my little makeup face rag shit. So strong. This wig is not a lace front wig, it's a closure wig, and it's just like a middle part closure. So yeah, so that's probably why it looks a lot wiggy, and I made it look even more wiggy, like I didn't try. So it's legit like a hat, like I put it on like this because I didn't feel like doing lace. I just took a lace off, and sometimes it's just so tedious, you know, like I don't feel like dealing with it. It's too hot, like. But me putting my gold mask on, I had recorded using this mask before, but my SD card was too full of footage to even like upload to my computer. Gold peel off mask, and it is to instantly reveal firmer glowing skin. So yes, I'm gonna tell you guys about some creepy shit that happened to me today while I was working. So I canvass these neighborhoods. I go to these neighborhoods and I just like update information, share that, whatever. So I was canvassing this neighborhood, right? And first off, I've been like eerie about where I've been canvassing at lately, because like where it's at, it's like a whole bunch of red flags to me, because all I watch like in my free time is like crime solve videos, like kidnapping videos, missing people, trafficking videos, like solved videos, like all those kinds of shit. I'm into that shit, and I do this to keep myself aware, because you just never know, you know? And I also really want to get like really into that. When I get money, like I really want to do good things for the victims, because that's just bullshit. And I just see, you know, like how the different criminals like think crimes through, or what they do, or what their tactic was, and shit like that. So, you know, I'm just an aware chick, you know. I just am. I've always been since I was a little girl. I have a story time for you guys about a situation when I was little, involving me and my childhood best friend. And I still talk to her to this day. We was just talking about it last year when we had linked up, because we're both on like a spiritual journey. But we were talking about that, like it was so crazy, and it's just crazy how we like reacted the way we did. But it was really crazy. I have to tell you guys that story time. So, you know, I'm aware. You guys know I'm aware. The videos I talk about, what I tell you guys, I always warn you guys. I'll let you know anything I fucking know, just for your safety. So, sorry. So let me just tell you the situation. So I'm in this neighborhood. It's a really nice neighborhood. They're all mansions, okay? And I'm minding my business. I have my hazards on, and I have my signs in my vehicle letting them know that I'm a government employee, and like I'm going to be stopping frequently or whatever, right? So I'm minding my business. Some car comes in the neighborhood, right? I ain't paying no mind, because I'm thinking he's gonna go home. He comes in the neighborhood, he turns down his street. Then he slows down, then he hits a U-turn. And hits a U-turn like in the street, like in the intersection of where I was, because I was sitting right at the intersection of the street. He turned, looking at a house. He turns down the street and goes down, slows, and then he hits a U-turn, comes back out of the street, comes out of the intersection, and comes and swoops behind me. Meanwhile, I have my hazards on. I'm doing my work with the house. Like I'm not even in the street. I'm not even in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I get mad. I'm feisty. I almost flipped my fucking nails on. These are pressed ones. I almost flipped this off. But I'm feisty. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I like, what the fuck? Like in my rearview mirror and all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I drive up and I'm like, go around. Like I even put out the window, go around, like with my hand. He doesn't go around. He's like on my ass. So I'm like, I'm creeped out. So I'm like, okay. So I'm driving out the neighborhood now, off the street no more. I hit the stop sign. He's close to my ass on the stop sign. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want through the mirrors and shit? He's following me. I'm thinking it's because I have my hazards on, like he's trying to tell me my hazards on. So I turn them off and I drive down the street. He's following me closely down the street. I turned down this other street that I was on earlier canvassing, because they had a really big street that I could easily hit a U-turn in if I needed to. And I turned down the street. He turns down the street, hot on my ass, and he's behind me. So I stopped my car, and I didn't park it. I had my feet on the brake. And he gets out, he jumps out his car, like within the fucking 2 seconds, jumps out his car, and he's holding like his badge or whatever. And we have badges, and mine is black and white, and it says whatever it is up there or whatever. He's holding his badge, so I'm like, okay, because they did tell me in training that supervisor can come and like look at you while you're canvassing the area just to make sure you're okay and in safe zones and shit. So I'm thinking maybe he's a supervisor. He had on a royal blue shirt, it's tucked in, but that it was like a subliminal thought. I'm still on alert. First thought is fuck no, who the fuck is this? Second thought is maybe he's a supervisor. But I'm like, fuck you, no, I didn't give a fuck who it was at the moment because you cannot pull up on me like that. So he comes to the window and no, he was walking up to my car. I scurried off again. Then he's like, so I stopped. And he's walking up to my car. I got all my doors locked, windows up. He's like, so I cracked it a little bit. Y'all know how I said in my trafficking video, you don't even gotta crack your window because you should be able to hear through the fucking window. I cracked it just a little bit, and I had the little visor thing over my window, so he couldn't. Yeah, so it was like a little crack, This is what he said. Came up to me. He was like, you with the census? I'm with the census too. You knew I haven't seen you around here. Like, it was like really like rushed out. And while he's saying this, he lifted up his badge and showed the little thing. Okay, I'm gonna finish telling y'all the story before I tell y'all the details. Okay, and he said, are you with the census? I'm with the census. I haven't seen you around here before. Are you with the census? I'm with the census. I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, I haven't seen you around here before. I said, and then he was about to say something else, but I looked at his badge, and I looked at him, and I said, that's good, you do your work, I'll do mine, and I skirted off while he was still standing there, like, skirted off, bitch, like, he couldn't do shit, and I looked at my rearview, and he was like, and ran back to his car. Meanwhile, his trunk was, like, popped open, like, it had something in there that just kept making it move and jump and shit. Okay, and then like when he was coming to the area, he was turning down a street like as if he lived there. So I mean, I'm canvassing the area, so I have this specific block, so I'm doing these houses. You're not. I'm scheduled it, you're not. So why are you on this block? And if you're census, you're not on duty because you're not on my block. So it's a lot, and I just said the job. Okay, so I work with the government census. Okay, so number one. Sorry, my gold mask. Okay, number one, in training, they taught me that supervisor can come and check on you, but it's just supervisor. For one, my supervisor is a female. For two, I've met all the male supervisors. He was not one. Okay, problem number three, when I left the first block where I was canvassing at to get away from him to see if he'll leave, he followed me. He followed me closely. That is not okay. Nobody should follow you, okay? Nobody should follow you, okay? Even if it is your census supervisor, they don't even make it known that they're there. Like, they're like another fucking, it's like a government car with the L license plate, and you just see them drive by checking on you, making sure you're good. I seen one time. Like, they don't even do that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so one, be your supervisor. Two, they don't follow you. Okay, three, he came up to the car, he held up his badge. Let me tell you guys this, and I told my mom this, I said this shit's so crazy, and I text her so fast when this has happened, and I share my location with my mom while I go because I don't have time for nothing to happen to me and I get fucking murdered or kidnapped. And that's like, it never was a big fear of mine, but it's slowly becoming one because that shit is just so fucking scary and it's legit happening. But anyway, that's like one of my biggest fears. The area that I'm canvassing in is like all the red flags that I could ever fucking name that I've seen and watched and know. Like, I'm in that area, bitch. It's crazy. Okay, so anyway. He holds up his badge. His badge, the census, like what says census, the font is old as fuck, okay? Also, the chain was old. Also, his badge was not my badge. My badge, our badges look completely different. His badge was a fucking military ID. And at that, a fucking old one. Did he think I was fucking stupid? Do you know how many people I've checked out that's been military? Do you know how many military IDs I've fucking seen before? Do you know that my dad is a fucking retired veteran? Okay. I mean, that might be something you could pull on some other little, and the thing is, like, my job, I'm like I'm really young, the job, like a lot of people is like older, like, ex-military, married, you know, all of that shit. Like, I'm young. I don't really have no background, no crazy setup, like none of that shit. So it's like it's rare for a 21-year-old to be working census. Not that it's rare, but it's kind of rare. Like for real, the people I was training with, I knew, okay, for real, cause it's bitch for real. But anyway, so his ID, we walk what census badges. It says Census Bureau 2019, no, Census Bureau 2020, I think. Yes, Census Bureau 2020. And it has fresh new, they give you a new badge, new lanyard, and the thing has the plastic shit up there and it's new. His plastic shit was old and like brownish looking, like it was old, and in it was his fucking military ID. Military ID with the little gold chip on the front and the face, and it's vertical. Yeah, our census badges are horizontal. So fuck out of here. And that shit was old as font. Like maybe your census 10 years ago when they were out here 10 years ago, but bitch, you cannot fool me because we have new shit. I looked at that shit, I was like, oh fuck no. Like that was just a register in my head. And then like when I told him okay, you do your work and I do mine, like that won't fly, and he just like ran back to his car like he was fucking caught. And one thing I am mad at myself about, I did not get his fucking license plates, but I got that nigga face registered in my head. Like I text my mom sorry y'all, I text my mom 2 seconds after that, his description, what he looked like, and the whole situation. And she FaceTimed me 5 minutes after that, but I texted her and let her fucking know. She told me to get away from there. And the area that I was in, it was mansions and shit, but it was on a dock. It was like in a docking area. Everybody had boats. Everybody had access to the docks. Like, I'm not familiar with that area, clearly. You know what I'm saying? And him knowing that because I was census, and he tried to use that at his advantage, thinking that I would let my guard down as if he's a supervisor. And then the road that, like, I pulled off the road, like, I didn't like that. That was really, like, you're a fucking creep. And I wouldn't doubt if he already had past victims or is a predator of some sort. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, you try to use that as a plot and it didn't work because I'm too fucking smart. I'm glad I do my research. That's why it's important y'all do y'all fucking research. But that's what happened. That's one, right? So I'll go on my business. I'm on my business. I'm going to another block. I'm canvassing, right? I'm in a whole nother area. And I'm out this neighborhood. It's a newly built neighborhood. They're still building, like it's still being developed. And I had to get out my car and you know, park and shit because it wasn't raining and shit. So I'm parking, like the canvas get proximity, and the shit's like it's not even on the maps yet, so I have to add them there. So yeah, so I'm doing that and shit. And I don't know, girl. My intuition started fucking ringing, girl. Someone just told me to look the fuck back. And I look back and it's this fucking red pickup truck. This big ass red. Usually pickup trucks, think of a regular pickup truck. This shit was like a big ass pickup truck. It was big. Like it was taller, bigger, fatter, like all that shit was big. Driving slow, like less than 2 miles per hour. Like creeping down the fucking road. Like we're already in the neighborhood. You just should go your 25 to get home if you're off work. It's around off work time, so it's like, what the fuck? Creeping slowly behind me. So I try to play it off like, okay, keep on canvassing. Girl, he still has not drove past me yet. Like, he's creeping that slow. So I turn back around and I'm confronting him. I'm looking his way, looking at him in the car. Like, what the fuck do you want? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him. What the fuck? With a fucked up face. Like, what, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he was talking. He was an Indian man. He was talking, and there was somebody in the back seat, but I could not see who was in the back seat because he had such dark fucking tints. And he was like looking at me out his window, and he was like doing this, and he was talking like to somebody else. And like it was so low, I couldn't hear what he was saying. I don't even know, like maybe if he was saying something else, like. Or I don't know what he was saying, but he was creeping and he was looking at me, and somebody in the backseat was also looking at me. And the moment I peeped that and I looked him face to face and he was talking, I couldn't say anything. I just left because he was following me around the block. I tried to canvass the next house. He still was creeping behind me like he didn't go home. Like he was like slowly just trailing after me. And I turned around and I walked my ass right back to my car. Kid you not, on my way back to the car, around the damn block, I see him come back the regular way, going normal car speed, and like stop there to see which way I was walking. That was some bullshit, but you know, I had to, that was some bullshit, y'all. But look, I got an eerie vibe because of where it was at, you know. Like I said, I watch a lot of these stories, and let me just tell you, a lot of the bodies that they put these girls and a lot of the places that they hide these girls, this is where the fuck I'm canvassing, bitch. Like, I don't know if I was guided to watch and do my research on this type of shit to aware myself later down the line. Little did I know I would be having this kind of job. I don't know, but I was in tune like fucking like 2 months straight, just studying fucking videos and watching fucking everything you could think of, for real. I just was into it, and I just was like, okay, this is a fucking big ass problem, and it don't make no sense how, you know, how vulnerable some people are and how innocent they are. They just don't even think that everybody is evil. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that, but some people in this world is really evil, y'all. They're really fucked up. They look at you, they in their head, you're their victim. They already know what they're finna do with you, and then they're gonna dispose of you because they don't want that to get out, because they want to go back to their life. And just to think that another human just thought of what they're going to do to you and then the way that how they're going to get rid of you is sickening and scary. Okay, so yeah. I've been canvassing these places with a lot of big ass land and ditches and docks and rocks and fucking dirt and foundation, houses being built. Like, bitch, somebody can fucking bury you under a house. The fuck? No. The fuck? Then that guy followed me. Like, he clearly knew that fucking area. I'm over here like, bro. That's some scary shit. And I'm nowhere near my home. Like, I'm all the way on the other side of town. Like, and I don't mind doing it because it's worth it. But that shit is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my dad about it though. Because my dad, he did it the last 10 years. Like, since 2010. And he was really good, actually. He ended up being a supervisor. But I just want to ask him, like, what should I do in those situations? Like, you know what I'm saying? How to go about it, or, you know. And not that I don't know, just for some extra advice, you know. Because he knows. He done it already, so. Yeah, but that shit is super fucking crazy, guys. Like, I'm just like, bruh. And I hate talking about this shit because... Well, I hate talking about to certain people because that's just and eye roll and all that extra shit. But it's like, bro, what would really fucking happen if something really fucking happened to me? And I'm over here, thinking I'm a fucking crazy ass nut. But really, I'm just listening to my intuition. Then, what you want me to believe what the fuck you think is nothing, and then some shit happened and ain't nobody here to fucking save me because you're still thinking it's nothing? The fuck? You know, like, what the fuck would people really do if some shit happened? And, I mean, what if, okay, let's look at this. What if there's a situation, right? A girl gets kidnapped. But before she get kidnapped, she legit did everything to help y'all find this person. I mean, she done sent you a fucking picture of what she was wearing this day. She done describe what the fucking person was wearing. She done describe what the person looked like. She done describe what car and the license plates. And also told you where the fuck she was at. And told you she was scared and somebody was following her. Then she doesn't reply for an hour and a half. What would you do? A, are you going to get mad? B, are you going to call her or text her, ask her if she's okay? 3, are you going to call the fucking police? Or 4, you're just going to act like oh, you didn't get the text, and then, you know what I'm saying, when the next day's up, oh, Tay didn't come home. You know what I'm saying? What would you do in that situation? If somebody gave you every fucking detail on to find and what happened and what's happening in this situation, what the fuck would you do? Because if I got it, oh, bitch, I'm gonna play Captain Superhero myself. I will save you, ho. I will play Captain Save the Ho. I will save you, ho. The fuck? I mean, it's just sick that, you know, people are hesitant to help somebody. I can't even imagine, like, you know what I'm saying, me having my own property or my own house or apartment or townhouse, whatever the fuck, and somebody's running from somebody and they knock on my door. Bitch, get your ass in here, I'm calling the police. And if they step a foot on my motherfucking property, they're getting shot. Because, bitch, now they on my land. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? But some people are really just, oh, it's trouble, I don't want it. And there goes somebody's fucking life. Some people just aren't passionate about lives until it's somebody of their own. But there's some good people and there's some bad people out here. And there's some people that just really don't give a fuck. They lost this fucking sauce. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. But it's really fucking crazy. And the more I be like in these situations and the more I do my research, the more I figure out how passionate I am about this subject and how much it really does not sit well in my stomach. It also sits with me how like some people just aren't not taking no action on this shit. Like we are aware of the rates that these things are going at today, but is there anything that's really going on to really prevent it and help it? I seen recently Delta donated flights or something for trafficking victims. That's really dope. But like I feel like it should be more help, and we should be able to help and save a lot more to people that are gone, because the shit that's getting exposed is not even a fucking percentage of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. It's just really crazy how some people just really don't feel it like that. Like you don't see what's wrong, but I really feel that way. Like I really do. And even in my normal day-to-day life situations, I can see a red flag or see this and that and know to stay away from it. But I don't know if the regular everyday person do or pay attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's really important, because that quick, somebody who's that careless can just take your life because they felt like it and they wanted something. It's just really sick, and it's greedy, and it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's really one of these big ass problems that's wrong with the world and the earth and all of that big shit today. You know what I'm saying? But that, somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, somebody's dad, even getting sold for their organs and shit to sell, like that shit is fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's inhumane, and humans are doing it. I say this all the time. But I feel very passionately about that, and it don't sit well with me. So the moment that I can talk about it or spread awareness, I will, bitch. And if I get on your nerves, please don't follow me, because I'm going to forever believe in the right thing and want to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucked up. And just me firsthand, like, being in those close enough situations, and, bitch, that shit is scary. Nobody had to touch me for me to be scared. The fuck? And these men out here, if your daughter or your girlfriend or your fucking wife comes to you in fear about some shit, comfort them. Don't make them feel fucking stupid. Then they be up against the fucking wall, feel like they're fighting legit strangers against themselves, people that want them. They don't have no protector. It's already sad enough a lot of females don't have no fucking dad or figure or manly figure or a positive dad figure. Some people have fucking dads and they fucking molest them. They can't even protect them because they gotta protect themselves from their fucking man. This man, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. That shit is fucked up. Some people really have like really fucked up lives. Like shit, just catastrophic shit happens to them and they don't deserve it. It's fucked up. So the least you can fucking do is like be there and be a good person for the people that need a good person to be there to help them. If you got to help somebody, you might just save their fucking ass. That shit is crazy. A lot of people don't have the knowledge or don't even do the research to know red flags and know when shit is wrong, or don't even know what their intuition is to trust it. And they be in fucked up stitches and be MIA. And then this is what happened when it could have been fucking, it could have been, what's the goddamn word? It could have been prevented. Prevented. On a serious note, I just say that shit because, y'all, that shit really scares me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna front it. I pray to my angels while I'm in my car, like, protect me. And I know I'm protected, but that shit is still scary because it's happening, bro. And then for you to see signs and shit right here in front of your face and somebody try you, like, people are trying you. Lord forbid you didn't know the information that you knew to know this was a fucking, you are a creep, you're a predator, you need to get away from me. You are a bad person. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, but I just wish like it was a way for more people to understand how powerful their intuition and their gut really is. Sometimes if you trust that shit, you might get yourself out of a situation to live. Listen to that shit, bro. Because, boy, I tell you, I listened, bro, and I was right. And gladly enough, I was able to get myself out of them situations. And I knew exactly what the fuck to do. My hands were shaking and trembling sending the damn text, but I had to get that shit out. You never know what the fuck happening within the next couple of seconds. People be out here mad at the dumbest shit, and then the people they love die. Today my cousin died. 2. Isn't that some crazy ass shit? He was the same age as me and full of life, you know? But just like that, people can be here and the next day they be fucking gone. And people so mad about the smallest shit. So mad about the smallest shit, they can't even look at a person and find one thing that they love about them. But the moment they're gone, it's a list of shit that they wish they could say. You have to appreciate people while they're here. You gotta listen to people while they're here. You gotta be present to your family. It's a regretful ass feeling not being present in somebody's life that is then gone. You know what I'm saying? That shit is really fucked up. But altogether, us as people need to come the fuck together, wake up to this shit. I think it's fucked up. And it's happening a lot frequent, like goddamn, please be careful. If anybody's following you, take note. Just check your rear view every now and then. If the same car is following your ass all the way to where you about to turn into your fucking neighborhood, bitch, it's an issue, it's a problem. Real tips out here that a lot of people just don't know. Like, it's a lot of shit, a lot of information out here that people should know to protect themselves that they not receiving. People ain't putting out there. This shit's fucked up. But I'm sorry for my rambling. My mask is clearly dried. I'm peeled off a little bit, but I'll be back when I do. I love you guys. I'm sorry if I be so forceful with my messages, but I passionately feel this way, and I do truly love all of y'all, and I would hate for anything to happen to anybody. Even if you are a follower. Like, that is some fucked up shit just to see some shit on the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a life, bro. It's a lot of experiences gone. That was just the next day for them tooken. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but I don't know, bro. I just been looking at life a lot differently. And, you know, y'all just, shit, take what you can from this shit. I'll be back.